So I was doing this review, I was editing the video, and I came across the fact that I say, oh my god, so cute, so many times. I'm not even actually giving a proper review of the Android. It moves and you can put it like high up and low down and high up, and so I decided, let's record this again. I have everything in the box like I always do, so let's talk about a little bit about him. So this is Arthur Benjamin prototype. This is his costume dress. This is the white rose version. So far I know he is Winter Wonderfest 2019 exclusive. I haven't seen it being sold anywhere else. Got someone to buy it for me, and it cost me a little bit higher than a regular Android, but again, he's limited to Wonderfest. He feels more limited than the Snow Miku, because Snow Miku you can actually get it from Good Smile. I haven't seen him in the Good Smile company website. So he does have the box, is the smaller version of it. Now, before we get started, let me just say some things about the box. The box, they seem to be doing the smaller box now. They're thicker, but they're smaller, but they do carry the same amount of contents. They no longer have the window on the side. They only have the one here on the front. For this version, this is an Android 1050. It got the seal here. Over here it says that it's a big grand order. So yeah, and it's not completely white. It has a royal, like, it feels like a wallpaper, but a wallpaper that you will be finding like in super high-end old school British houses, like that type of wallpaper. And it's covered throughout, so you can see here the different poses that he can do. He does come with this caliber, which is very nice. So yeah, again, the package is rather smaller now. The only thing that I don't like about this new is that the base comes pasted down over here rather than having a specific place to store it. So whenever you're changing things, you have it will come here, but start moving around, which can panic someone. Now, some of the older Androids that had the thicker box of this, the taller box in this one, did have some little pegs to attach it, but it no longer has that, which in my opinion is fantastic. Now, it comes with a lot of different things accessory wise, right? It does come with his usual an extra bendy leg, so he can look like he's running. He has one hand where he can hold the card. He has a flower bouquet, a white rose. You can see that Excalibur right over there. So he comes with quite a lot of accessories. Unfortunately, I still do not have his regular costume Android. I'm in the process of getting it, so until I get it, I'm not going to be able to compare if the faces are different, if he comes with new faces or he comes with older faces type of situation. But it's very interesting that they gave him such a nice winky face. Now, his personality is described in the game as a knight, like a shiny knight, so it does fit him very, very much. Now, his costume is completely pearlescent and it's so detailed all the way around, even though you cannot see like this part over here. You can, if I ever get the chance to get them out, the back pockets do have the little details. His tie, his everything is very detailed. Now, this is the postcode I'm displaying them. Oh, and before I forget, his little thing curls a little bit, so you can move it around, have it like a little low or a little high, which, if you ask me, it's extremely adorable. I like it high. Now, this is the pose that I've decided to display him currently. It gives a look that his face is the winking face with a big smile. It has the look that he's fixing his tie type of situation while holding a bouquet of white rose, what it looks like white roses. Personally, it's my favorite. Again, just think that's very cute and very his character. I do have to point out the attention of details that Good Smile has, because this arm goes right over here. Instead of being like a full arm, they did sort of like did that little magic where they molded it so it would stay very attached to the body. You could stay very attached. And the little rose has a little hole, and the arm has a small peg where boom, it's attached. So there's no problem of losing that, if you ask me, which Now he does come with a little card, if I'm not mistaken. This is based on the game. This is how you will be scouting for the characters, but I don't remember. I haven't played that much. I played, but not as much as I want to. Okay, now this is the other pose. Well, the other phase. How they normally come out of the box. He does have his straight arms with the slightly open handy, but this one, he does have a slightly less bent arm with a hand where you can put the little card, and he has a very side-eyed smile, which is, again, I like his design. So far I am a big fan of whatever face he has. Now, I didn't change much of this time because what I want to show off is the white rose. Now, the white rose comes with a little grabbing hand that's specifically designed for that one. I like the details of the fact that they add little thorns and leaves to it, just in the top part, just so in the bottom he can grab it. It's a very detailed small rose, let me just say that. Very cute, and again, a very nice detail. Now, this is his hand where he grabs the sword. Now, Excalibur, this is the detailed in Excalibur. Let me see if I can focus. Focus, there we go. Did it? Okay. Though it's very small, I don't have any of the other sabers to compare it. It is beautiful, let me just say that. Now, to put Excalibur, you have to unplug it, sort of like unplug it from there, slide it through the hand. It's a very tight fit. Surprisingly, it holds it very nice. Hold up, it's the other way around. And then closer right over here, right? Now, I'm not a big fan of the bendy leg. The pose that I was trying to replicate is this one. It should be able to do, but I'm not 100% sure how they did it. Something like that. It looks similar, but still doesn't have the same feel. I love the idea of him having Excalibur like in this version as well, because Excalibur is such a great part of any Arthurian saber. Now, the last face I want to show off is we can say it's my least favorite face of his. I really do not like the fact that he looks so surprised and he's blushing. I would have rather liked him being surprised and just surprised. Like, it would be great for putting your androids in a bottle, or a very shoujo-esque, I want to say, type of blushing where he's really happy that he's with someone that he likes. But again, that's just me. I'm just that crazy. Not everyone has to agree with what I like, but yeah, here he is. Now, I hope that this review was a little bit better now that the whole excitement of having Arthur Pendragon limited edition has already gone down from my system. I hope I was able to do a better review. I adore this android. I've loved playing with Saber. Saber is one of my favorite Fate characters, and it makes me very, very happy. It makes me happy that it's so popular because I get to see so much merch of them. Because the female Saber Saber Red, no, Saber Off Red, the regular Saber Lily. But it also saddens me because you have to fight with a lot of people for their merch. But anyways, I am so happy of his android. I am so happy he's here, and thank you so much for watching.